My company's all really just about getting girls and minorities into science, into STEM, because the story that I always tell is that when I was about 8, this was the summer before I started my company, I went to a science summer camp and I was the only girl there, and there are only a few minorities there. And the camp counselors called me their princess, and I didn't want to be a princess. I wanted to be a scientist. So I took that along with me. And in 5th grade, I entered this STEM talk competition. It was kind of like a TED talk. And I won in 5th grade along with 2 other 12th graders at the time. And what I was talking about was my story that I just told you about the time when I was at summer camp, and I called it Trading in My Crown for a Lab Jacket. And I spoke to over 2,500 science teachers from across the state of Georgia.
That competition that you won, you said that you won and 2 12th graders won.
2 12th graders. I was a 5th grader at the
And you
time.
were in
And I
fifth
was,
grade.
yeah, I was in 5th grade, and I had to go to Athens, Georgia. I spoke at UGA to over 2,500 science teachers, and I didn't really want to do the competition at the very start. I talk about this. It's because I was kind of forced into it. Like, my teacher wanted me to do it. And then I was like, not really. So I didn't tell my mom about it, but my teacher ended up telling my mom. My mom kind of made me do it, so I didn't go against her, and I did it. But it turned out being the thing that really started where I am right now. Started on that path. And later that year, I created my movement called STEM Girl Swag, which is about showing people that you can be into science while still having swag and liking to dress and fashion and everything. We can still be a nerd. And then from there, about a year later, I created my STEM swag boxes, which is the coolest science kit ever. And when I created those, I started a GoFundMe to raise $5,000 to donate the boxes to kids in my community who may not have access to science at homes or don't have the best access to it. So I donated those. And
Are you super into sci-fi, like
yeah,
movies and books? Yeah.
yes. Yeah, I love sci-fi. I think Back to the Future is one of my favorite trilogies.
Oh, that's like my favorite.
I love Harry Potter. I love Star Wars. I love Marvel, and people like really categorize that with being like a geek but I don't really play video games, so that doesn't categorize into that. But people just like, oh yeah, I can like this and I can like that, and I put it together. I know what book that I want to get into. I'm not sure if I'm going to, but Dune, just because it's a really big cultural book. Like, it's really that scientific book that everybody likes. So I'm probably going to get into it because I'm very excited for the movie to come out, mostly because I love the actors that are in the movie. And I've watched.
Wait, who's going to be in the movie?
Okay, so Timothy Chalamet, who's like Gen Z's favorite actor right
I was
now.
going to say, I don't know who that is.
Zendaya, of course.
Oh, yeah, I know her.
Jason Momoa, the
Oh,
Aquaman.
Momoa. Yes,
Yeah,
Aquaman.
Momoa,
Yes.
Oscar Isaac, who I happen to share a birthday with. He's in the Star Wars trilogy and the newest X-Men movies. So him, there are a few other people in there that I don't exactly remember their names, but it's going to be an incredible movie. I'm probably going to get into the book really soon.
Sounds good. All right.